£90 really isn't much when it comes to bookshelf speakers, especially a nice Bluetooth pair like these with dual RCA in and even two 1/4-inch jacks, which are technically labelled as mic-ins, but nice to see there. You can easily spend hundreds of pounds on a nice set of bookshelf speakers, and so I was very surprised when I got these out of their box and sat down to listen for the first time and found that they were, quite frankly, very impressive. As always with audio gear, I record when I first sit down and listen to them, and as you can see here, I was pretty impressed. Now, I'm no audio enthusiast, I also have more hearing loss than a 22-year-old should reasonably expect to have, but with those said, I really cannot recommend these enough. Especially for the price, they are incredibly clear, they have actually pretty good punchy bass which you can adjust with a physical dial on the back, and overall a very nice listening experience. If you're a fan of EDM, these have enough power to shake the table, but it's not overdone and it's still quite clear. It's not the usual kind of bass where it's a lot more muddy but just you feel the vibrations. Rather, it's still quite clear but also quite punchy as well, and if you like the vocals or lighter stuff, then these will still be good. They're not the best speakers I've ever heard for vocals and lighter stuff, but they are still pretty clear. The other thing is that they have a pretty wide soundstage as well, so you don't really feel like the audio is directly coming from the two speakers that are next to you and more from somewhere in the room. While I can't say that these are better than the Luna speakers I reviewed recently, also from Edifier, I would say that they give about 90% of the quality, and in fact a little bit better in the bass sections, while being less than half the price, which definitely make these sound like a pretty good deal. I should also mention that most of my testing was actually done with just Spotify and Bluetooth connectivity, although later on I did switch to the dual RCA in to a 3.5mm jack cable that comes in the box, and you did get a better experience there, and of course that way you can use higher quality, high bitrate FLAC files, for example, which give you a very nice and actually very clear sound. Functionally, they have two drivers per unit. You're looking at a 4-inch bass / mid-range driver at the bottom and a 1/4-inch tweeter up the top, and like I said, that's per unit. You can also directly connect these via speaker wire, which is great because you can separate them as far as you like and just have them connected by, well, standard speaker wire. They also have a rather nice black aesthetic with a sort of veneer trim around the MDF construction, and on the right side of the right speaker you have 3 adjustment dials, mostly for volume. So overall, I'm really happy to recommend these. Especially for £90, you get a pretty versatile speaker set that lets you, karaoke your heart away, or just chill with some nice music, or even as a kind of basic home theater setup, and really I can't recommend these enough. Now with that said, those are my thoughts. I would love to hear yours in the comments down below. What do you think of these speakers? Would you pick them up yourself? Would you prefer a slightly higher end option that gives you a bit better audio quality but obviously for a higher price, or would you prefer something cheaper? Do you prefer headphones? Anything at all, let me know in those comments down below. Of course, if you want to pick these up or check out pricing when and where you watch this, because obviously I've only quoted UK pricing here, for example if you want US pricing, check out the top link in the description down below. That'll take you to your local Amazon store. We can see all of that. If you want to see more videos like this or more PC gaming related stuff, then you can check out new videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, and hit that subscribe button with the bell notification icon too. You can also check out the rest of the links in the description down below from Amazon and Overclockers UK affiliate links, which don't cost you anything to use but massively help me out when you use them. Or there's also stuff like merch for hoodies or t-shirts like this one, which I'm really happy with this design. Or there's a load of other stuff too, like private internet access, which is a great and cheap VPN, or Humble Bundle for cheap games to support charities too. Otherwise, you can check out some other videos over there if you want to keep watching, including stuff like the Luna speakers I reviewed recently, and otherwise that's pretty much it. If you've got any questions, leave those in the comments down below, and we'll see you all in the next video.